Welcome to the overnight. Yeah, I did. I was going to do it Sunday night, but I didn't have the time. I was too tired, and I fell asleep, and was my start going into my weekend. So I figured I'd do it tonight and whatnot. So the Giants got literally embarrassed, and Philly came out with a purpose. And you knew they were going to, because did you honestly think they weren't going to run the ball? They're the ones that made the adjustments after the first game. And it was evident that, when Saquon went for 65 on the second play of the game, the defense said, we're done. We're done. It was like they weren't even going to try today. And then, we went back, we went down and tied the fucking game and shit like that, and then we lost Scatterboo for the year on a fucking hip drop tackle, which should have been fucking penalized. And the officiating, the officiating was fucking pathetic. If Sunday wasn't any more of a reason to ban that fucking play, where Kayvon clearly stripped the fucking ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands, but yet they call forward progress like it was the fucking goal line. We got literally screwed by the officials on that play. And then 2 plays later, Phil scored. That's 7 points right there. And then the offensive pass interference that we got screwed on. Because clearly it was fucking holding on, it was defensive holding. Before that even happened. So the Giants got screwed out of 14 points, 7 by us, and gave Philly 7 points. I mean, it didn't really fucking matter because, when your defense gives up almost 300 yards on the ground and 2 running backs over 100 yards, I mean, they didn't even fucking try. You go from not giving up a point in 5 quarters, in 5 quarters, to giving up almost 70 in a 5-quarter span. And yeah, we lost, Flott, and then the next day, Carl Banks, the radio announcer, he's the analyst, been on the Giants, well-respected defensive linebacker, called out Dexter Lawrence, rightfully so. I've noticed this for the last 5 weeks, that Dexter Lawrence has been literally invisible. He has more interceptions than sacks. Him and Abdul Carter have a combined 1 sack through 8 weeks. For everyone that was saying that they were the number 1 ranked defensive line going into this season, yeah, Brian Burns is playing out of his mind. Second on the team is Kayvon, and he doesn't even have 3. It's just a fucking embarrassment. That is pathetic and unacceptable. For a team with that many fucking, with that defensive line, we should be fucking top 10. Just fucking embarrassing. Now you're going to watch Christian McCaffrey run for about $160 and 2 scores. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to fucking happen. So, you know, and I was listening to Sal Licata and Brandon Tierney yesterday morning. And Sal thinks that the Giants can win 5 more games. Are you on fucking crack? Are you on fucking crack? You know how many games the Giants are going to be winning the rest of the season? And I'll tell you, 2 at best. I mean, think about it. We're not beating Frisco. That's 1 loss. We're not beating... We won't beat Chicago because that'll be a get-right game for Caleb Williams. Detroit's going to put up 50. We're going to lose to the Packers. We might beat the Commanders. That's 1. We're not beating New England. Their defense is really good, pretty good. We'll beat Vegas. But then you never know, because you never know with this team, because we've always said that New Orleans was the winnable game and we wound up losing that game. So I would say that Vegas is a winnable game, but you never know. And we ain't beating Dallas. It'll be a shootout, maybe. You know, and everyone's like, because, Jackson Dart would save Brian Dable's job. No. Absolutely not. He will not save Brian Dable's job. It's not happening. Brian Dable is a terrible coach. He can't develop players. I mean, what coach would want to play underneath him? I mean, you look at Wink, and now Bowen. I understand that John Mara's health is, he's going through his cancer thing. But you know what? Steve Titch can make a fucking decision. Do something. Have a meeting. How much more do you want? I mean, look, they had a thing yesterday, the other day. Like the first 8 games. What was it like? 2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 6-2, 1-7, 1-7. John Mara, you said your patience has ran out. Just fucking cut the cord and just fucking fire them all. With the exception of Carmine Priscillo. That's who you keep, Carmine Priscillo, because the offensive line isn't the fucking problem. I mean, yeah, Jackson Dart got sacked 5 times, but 4 of them because he held on to the ball too long. So, I think that, going with a new coaching staff, look, you got your quarterback, you got your running back, you got your wide receiver, you got your left tackle. And if you extend Illuminor, who's been playing really well, now you work on your interior and you work on your depth. You got your defensive line. You just got to work on your linebacker, your linebackers and your defensive backs. That's what you have to do. And this team can turn around. I mean, look with New England. They fired their coach. And look at them now. I mean, look at Indianapolis. Daniel Jones is comeback player of the year. And it won't even be close. I mean, his team is 7-1. Coaching matters. And he even said it himself on a podcast recently. What's the difference between the Giants and the Vikings and attention to detail? That bolts the question, did Brian Daboll ever help Daniel Jones? Or just leave him out on the fucking island? Oh, I'm just going to fucking leave him out there so I can get my quarterback. And it's pretty evident. Pretty fucking evident that Brian Daboll wanted nothing to do with Daniel Jones. I mean, yeah, Daniel Jones in the MVP, but it's more, I think Jonathan Taylor is just playing out of his mind. But he's, Indianapolis, they got the quarterback, they got the fucking running back, they got a stud tight end in Warren. You got quality wide receivers, and you got a good offensive head coach. And yet, Brian Daboll couldn't get anything out of Daniel Jones. It's amazing. When is Brian Daboll ever going to get fired? He should have been fired yesterday. He doesn't prepare his team well. And I saw him last week on one of the podcasts about how Brian Daboll runs a country club training camp, and you look at Sean Payton's, and he runs his pretty tough, and you saw the difference. You saw the difference in the fourth quarter of that game when the Giants gave up 33. And that's the problem. Brian Daboll is not a good coach. It's simple. I don't know what else I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, it's start the process now. Find yourself a head coach for next year. That's an offensive-minded head coach. And you get an offensive coordinator that is from the college ranks, that's creative. And that'll work with Texas. I think with Dart, it looks like, he's pretty easy to coach and can adapt to any scheme. I think, like I said, next year, you have your quarterback, you have your running back. You have your running backs. I mean, you have Tracy and you have Scadaboo. And you have your wide receiver. You have to, I don't know. But with a new coaching staff, this team can turn around extremely fast. You got your defense. So, be that as it may, we'll see what happens this week against the Niners, but it ain't gonna look good. It ain't gonna be good. But, that's about it for this morning. So, season over before Halloween. We had an exciting, rookie duo, and that got fucking ended because of a fucking hip drop tackle. Fucking just, this team can never have nice things and be. So, I don't know. So that's about that for today. Yeah, I'll probably do one on Sunday night. Nets are now 0-4. Their defense is bad so far. So fucking bad. And you knew what was gonna happen because you're starting rookies and they're not used to the speed of the game yet. You know, and every time a rookie brings up the ball, they're getting severely pressured, and Jordy Fernandez has to figure that out. And they have to figure out, Cam Thomas gets doubled every single game because he's that much good of an elite scorer he is. And teams are fucking petrified by it, in my opinion. But we'll see when we get our first win of the season. We'll see. Have a good day, everybody.